Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Magical...
Estimated time of arrival for luncheon is approximately 1:15. Thank you.
Away we go!
Oh, and you were doing so well up until then. Now, I think this one's loaded. You want to find out?
The thing that really gets on my nerves these days is all these reformed drug addicts, all these people going on about how they've kicked their addiction, you know. They seem to want our applause and our approbation for stopping doing something that was a bloody stupid thing to do in the first place. Well, I've stopped putting me dick in the food blender.
Well, we're not increasing the cost of the business. When these people are able to earn a living wage, you know what? Maybe they're going to be able to go out and buy a damn hamburger.
Hello, I'm John Pertwee. No, I'm not.
I do definitely drink too much, though. I mean, I thought that Alcoholics Anonymous was a group for people who bought supermarkets' own brand whiskey. You see all that cheap whiskey in the supermarket, don't you, with the weird names like the Laird's Varnish Remover or the Highland Toss. I do drink too much, because people say to me, Alexei, what'd you get for Christmas? And I say, I got drunk. Nevertheless, despite that, I am very concerned about the level of alcohol abuse amongst young people. And this is for those young people who are watching this show right now, but have had far too much to drink.
Here come the lobsters!
The Subway restaurant chain has reacted with shock this week after executives discovered that many customers are apparently purchasing footlong sandwiches and eating the entire 12 inches by themselves. A spokesperson for the company addressed reporters this morning.
This is not how our products are intended to be consumed. Our footlong subs have always been meant to be shared among 2 or more friends. Eating an entire foot of food shouldn't be possible for most people. But they've been doing it somehow, and it needs to stop.
To encourage healthier eating habits, Subway is clarifying its marketing, adjusting language on menus and in television commercials like this one. $5 footlongs? Wow, that's $2.50 per person. Subway's corporate leadership says they were horrified to learn of the misunderstanding.
It's honestly frightening. I mean, you don't see people eating entire pizzas by themselves. We even cut the footlongs in half into 2 regular-sized sandwiches before handing them to you. But I guess that wasn't clear enough.
And of course, this story comes on the heels of other fast food restaurants clearing up their own marketing campaigns. A new Burger King commercial shows the Chicken Club sandwich as it was intended to be eaten, slowly and in small bites throughout an entire day. And just last week, Taco Bell clarified that its restaurants are open until 1 a.m. or later in case you have an emergency where you need more dog food and all the stores are closed. Next up, a new study finds the average duration of sex is humiliating.
Gardino. What was that? Is that Boris Johnson? He's just milking a German. Now he's getting a panda bum from Ray Wilkins. What is going on? I mean, what was going through his mind? Other than the German's nutsack, obviously. The German's got no idea what happened.
Shove your coronation. Shove your coronation. Shove your coronation up your arse.
Coronation Day is upon us, and as your new king, I make the following decree. Let's not all run out and buy a bunch of King Charles Spaniels, okay? You remember what happened to Dalmatians when that Dalmatian movie came out? Can we please not do that again with King Charles Spaniels? Instead, here's an idea. Adopt a shelter dog through PetSmart charities. Shelter dogs are incredibly loving dogs, and they'll treat you like royalty. Isn't that right, Linus? Dogs save the king! Visit PetSmartCharities.org to adopt or donate today. You sweet little dog.
Walter Schmidt. His father dropped bombs on this area for the Luftwaffe. But we don't mention that now, because his firms come to Milton, Springsteen, Newtown. Akio Takashota. His father bombed Pearl Harbor, invaded Singapore, and strung up living skeletons by their thumbs for sadistic pleasure. But that's all forgotten now, because his company's relocated to Milton, Springsteen, Newtown. Meha Singh Gupta. His family fought and died for Britain in 2 world wars. But that's all forgotten now, because with the new nationality laws, if he wants to come to Milton, Springsteen, Newtown, he can just sod off. In fact, if he wants to live in Britain now, he'll have to bring a factory with him. Britain.
That's it from me, from your business news. You can always reach me on Twitter. I'm at VValentineNews. That was close, wasn't it?
Was a sensational moment. A propeller stops in midair. Then this awkward dive out. Then a plane crash suspiciously caught on camera from several angles. But this crash was apparently no accident. According to federal authorities, the pilot, 29-year-old Trevor Daniel Jacob, has agreed to plead guilty to a felony charge. They say he staged the whole thing for the sake of making a YouTube video that's racked up more than 3 million views.
I guess I should probably document what's going on. I cut my finger pretty bad, got my elbow. I'm just so happy to be alive.
But even shortly after he posted the video back in 2021, some online started pointing out a few things that seemed amiss. First, in the YouTube video, he never appears to call for help. Second, it shows his door was already open before the engine stopped. And third, it seems like Jacob was wearing a parachute and grabbed his selfie stick. On the ground?
I see it down there. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, higher power, for watching over me.
Investigators say he also lied to them about not knowing where the plane crashed and went back again later to get rid of the wreckage. The U.S. attorney saying it was all motivated by a sponsorship deal to promote a company's wallet.
I'm in pain, man. I'm hurting. Whatever I'm going through, I wish upon nobody.
Now, a lawyer for Jacob tells us he is, quote, taking full responsibility for his mistaken judgment and hopes to move past it, but the charge he faces carries a potential sentence of up to 20 years in federal prison.
Here are some of the boys I'm looking for. Lee Henderson told me earlier they were down here in the audience. The Bee Gees, Barry A., the leader of the group, come here. Barry Gibb and your young brothers. Now, come on, who are you? Which is which? You're twins, eh?
I'm Robin.
Robin?
Morris.
And Morris. Now, you all sing together, eh?
That's right.
And your brother Barry plays. Now, come on up here. That's right. On up through there. Put you right in the picture, put you right in the room. You're going to stand up on a high level. That's the thing. Now, is it true that you write your own pieces, Barry?
It's true, Desmond.
And what are you going to play for us now you've come down from Brisbane?
Time is passing by.
All right, then, we'll hear you all together.
I'll drift along and breathe along this life, but
I would like you, if you would, to look closely for a moment at this picture. It is a photograph of only a few out of millions of souls in torment. It was taken several hundred years ago. These poor people have not been tormented since, because of lack of funds. You know, hell is a purely voluntary organization. There's no state aid, no insurance scheme, no grant even from UNICEF. But now look at this picture. Heartrending, isn't it? These witches of Salem have to be roasted alive on less fuel per year than you'll probably use in one day in the warmth and comfort of your own home. What can you do to help? Well, 10 shillings will maintain a rack for 2 weeks. Only £5 will assure eternal fire for one sinner for 6 months. Life's not much fun down here, you know, in the bottomless pit. We're not doing a popular job. We get a lot of opposition from the press, and still some from the church. You will find our address in your copy of the Radio Times this week. Would you help us? Please?
This has been a 2023 Terrier production.